Wow. India, the country, check this out. I can't believe it. In the month of October, India's going through some massive changes. Their whole banking system is going to be using cryptocurrency very, very soon, starting October 1st. In India, they're shutting down their banks for 20 days in the month of October. They're bringing in a crypto system. They're shutting down their banks for 20 days in India. Oh my God. I'll break this story down. This is Crypto Hulk. I got a live stream coming up at 7 p.m. YouTube. Crypto Hulk, 7 p.m. live stream on YouTube. You're not going to believe this.
Keep in mind this will be a lot of speculation, however at the same time will contain man-set-in-stone facts about key Ripple partnerships and how in a way, they sort of connect with each other depending on the way you look at it. Some time ago, in 2018, Ripple's Ashish Birla made it publicly known that they had some very aggressive marketing ideas about how to capture majority of the India cross-border payment market share. One of those being a true gamble of just giving every single person in India some XRP to promote the usage of the XRPL's native token. So let's start with something a lot of you may not know. One of Ripple's original ideas regarding the distribution of XRP was to give it away to every person in India. They didn't follow through with this idea, but it shows the importance of this market to the team at Ripple. Their next thoughts, again from Ashish Birla. Go after the top 3 commercial banks in India and you get 80% market share. XRapid is now ODL. They then looked at mobile banking and exclaimed in 2018 that in their pipeline they probably have 50% of the Indian market. So this leads to the question, what did they achieve? Well, they seem to have signed a deal with the Federal Bank of India for a new cross-border payment system. Reserve Bank of India has 671 branches and 681 ATMs. Next up we have Axis Bank. Axis Bank is the third largest private sector bank in India. Axis Bank covers large and mid-corporates, SME, agriculture and retail businesses. With its 3,485 domestic branches and 14,332 ATMs across the country. Next we have Kotak Mahindra Bank, a leading bank in India with over 1,300 branches. Kotak will use X-Current to power instant remittance payments. Now we have addressed Ripple's goals with domestic banks, I think it's time we move on to speculate about their central bank and a CBDC coming out of India this financial year. Why? How may Ripple and the XRPL be involved? This is where we get speculative, but bear with me. They are now looking for staff partner engineers, compliance/risk managers and central bank partner solution directors. They had some very interesting positions open at Ripple in India back in early June. Ripple also wrote a document suggesting safe and innovative ways to regulate crypto in India. And let's not forget, Ripple have their own CBDC white paper and help countries run trials on a private CBDC ledger within the XRPL. We can assume Ripple's big partnership announcement with Bhutan's central bank, the Royal Monetary Authority. The announcement consisted of not only a partnership, but moreover a pilot for a Ripple-powered CBDC using a private ledger. This is where things really start to get interesting in this thread. My last and most interesting part of this speculation is the open announcement of Ripple's partnership with the country of Bhutan. Bhutan's currency, the ngultram, is actually tied 1-to-1 to the rupee. This becomes even more interesting when we realize Bhutan exports are about 90% to India and their imports are around 70%. So, the question is then, how will a digital ngultram affect the India-Bhutan payment flow? One final thought is timing. When? Well, as quoted above, India is testing their digital currency as we speak and are looking to potentially roll out by the end of this financial year. This looks similar to Bhutan, who have suggested rollout will happen by 2023.
When you have a lot of cash in your wallet, you run the risk of losing it or getting robbed. Theft of money is frequent, but hackers are also stealing digital money as well. You may have heard about the largest crypto heist ever, which occurred recently. People began to believe that even digital money is vulnerable to robbers. But don't worry, Ripple has you covered with this one, just like it has helped the payment industry with many of its features. If you are interested to know how Ripple is going to protect your currency, keep watching the video. In today's video, you will know about the microchip implant that will store your XRP and will also make your other tasks easier. You will also know about the ongoing situation of the lawsuit and the value of XRP. So let's get to it. Money, whether the fiat or digital, both are on the verge of getting stolen or robbed. Hackers can take your cryptocurrency and you won't be able to do a thing. But if you own Ripple, you do not have to worry about this problem anymore. You may now save your cryptocurrency in a safe area where you won't lose it. In 2018, a Danish firm called BuyChip released an update about a microchip implant. This chip uses Ripple's own payment system, which means it doesn't need to be connected to the owner's bank account. Wearers should be able to store cryptocurrencies on the chip, and payments may be possible in the future. The bank tweeted, "Announcement: BuyChip microchip implant is now implementing Ripple payment systems in the product. This means that the microchip owners will not be needing to connect their microchip to their bank accounts anymore." In the picture, we can see banks. Ripple Connect, which is connected to direct settlement with Ripple Network and the Interledger Protocol validators. BuyChip is an implantable passive RFID NFC transponder chip with a smart thermometer for health monitoring through in vitro temperature monitoring that can store identification and access control data like opening a house or car doors, or checking in at the workplace, and various forms of contactless payment which require authentication processes. The Danish company claims to be developing a technology that would allow Bitcoin payments to be made simply by waving your hand over a reader. The aim of the company is that its human microchip implant will make sure your crypto cash is always close at hand by storing it, literally, inside your hand. Other than payments, this chip will unlock the doors and log into the computers. BuyChip tweeted about this in 2018, but again, this August, they shared a video with the chip implanted into human hand, and we can see the guy performing different tasks using the chip. The Danish company itself did not come up with this idea, but it was hired by the US Navy. The United States Navy had recruited the services of this Danish tech firm to design a microchip that will be implanted using Ripple blockchain. Catherine Austin Fitz, who is the president of Solari Inc., the publisher of the Solar Report and managing member of Solar Investment Advisory Systems LLC, she explained that the US Navy hired the Danish team. Fitz says in a video uploaded by crypto investor Kevin Cage that she was allowed access to data on the US Navy funding the firm to produce an implantable microchip that will be compatible with the Ripple chain, without revealing the company's identity. At that time, Fitz also declined to provide any additional information regarding the microchips or to say whether the subject would be followed up on. She did remark, though, that she has a lot of business experience in Denmark, therefore the information is reliable. She said in the video,
they had one of the tech firms in Denmark was being paid by the U.S. Navy to come up with a chip that could be implanted in the human body that would integrate with Ripple. Yeah. So Ripple is a crypto, and it's one that's gotten a lot of promotion from the American establishment in my experience, just my impression.
These chips are RFID, or radio frequency identification. RFID and NFC are contactless technologies used by access cards at your office and contactless payments in stores. About the implementation of the chips, we can say that we are adopting the digital payment methods, and this can also be a time for the RFID Ripple chips. Now we don't have to worry about our crypto to be stolen, and also no contact for the payments. These are the signs of the future. If these are the signs of the future, XRP will play a big role in cross-border payments. BioChip talked about this in 2018, and now after 4 years, they talked about it again. This only indicates that there is a need for this in this digital transformation, and in no time, we will be seeing Ripple and XRP associated with the future. And this is a major proof that XRP will be leading the global payment system, and its value will go up to a minimum of 3 digits.